everybody, welcome back to From the Horse's Mouth, week 12, which is exciting. Like, I never thought I would make 12 weeks. And you've watched them, so thank you. And the good news about week 12 is that only 40 more of these things for you to suffer through. Hang in there, guys. Unless, of course, I do join next year's team. But at that point, I'm pretty sure one of you will force me to take some typing lessons or pay for them, or maybe type them for me. That'd be nice. I'd be into that. Anyway, this week finds me, I'm really contemplating the process so far and looking back on some of my vlogs, especially last week's, which was a big realization for me, right? A real light bulb turned on up here, which doesn't happen too often. I've really come to understand that this process, the genius behind being on this team and the program that was created for it, is the small truths in each one of those requirements that you have to deal with, and being accountable to yourself for those. So it's easy to put them off. It's easy to tell yourself and convince yourself not to do things, right? It takes no effort not to do a push-up. It's easy not to follow those requirements. But then you are faced with having to tell yourself a non-truth, right? You can say, well, I'll do them tomorrow, or I'll catch up on the weekend, and then you don't. Because that's hard, right? It's hard to catch up, do 1,000 push-ups because you skipped all week. You really have to, on a daily basis, have a look at yourself and have a really honest conversation with yourself, which is perfect. Like, it forces you to change and grow and be accountable to yourself. I mean, there's no one standing over you with a clicker counting those push-ups. That's on you. And it's a real honorable program and an honorable system. And by going through it with honesty and truth, you can achieve that honor or that mastery, right? And I'm starting to believe that is what mastery is about. As I think about it, it's about being attention to detail and being honest with yourself in those small little moments about what you're actually doing, which sometimes get run over top of. I think I talked about just getting through my form a couple of weeks ago, and I'm all like, the spear's new, so I'm overwhelmed with what's going on up top, and I'm not even thinking about my waist down, and it's sloppy. And I need to think about that. I need to be honest with myself in each stance. Is this acceptable? That's where this program is taking me. That's sort of spreading out into all aspects of my life and pulling them all together, which is an amazing feeling. I have a quote here this week, which I happened to read early this week, and it came at the exact right time. It just kind of popped into my life and blew me away. It's by Robert Frost, and it's just a sentence. It's something that we were withholding made us weak until we found out that it was ourselves. Just at the right time. I've been holding myself back, and I talked about that last week by being afraid to really recommit to another horse, and sometimes we hold ourselves back because we don't know about it, like we're just unaware. But by facing these little truths in my life, I was able to put that connection together and take a huge step forward. And it's just the small details that move me in that direction. I hope that's how it's going for you. I hope you're finding these little truths in your life and making big steps because of them, right? Yeah, so that's it for me. That's what's going on in this old cowboy's head this week. It's spring is here, right? This is our third thaw, and third time is the charm. I know I've said it before, and you're probably like, oh, here he goes with the weather forecasting. This is it. Spring is here. Enjoy it. Have a good time on Earth Day. Be kind to one another, and stay tuned. We'll see you in the Coon. Little French-Canadian folk dance for you. Shapow!